I want to discuss the errors in my Quran. Because there are no errors in the Quran.
Fair enough. I was willing to talk about the textual variants in the Bible, but he wanted to go through the errors of the Quran.
I want to go to errors because there are no errors in the Quran, to my knowledge.
Just so we're clear, I wasn't running away from the topic. I was quite happy to talk about it. But he wants to change the topic. And the reason why he wants to change the topic is because he knows he's in for a hiding, because he realises he doesn't know what he's talking about.
I want to see who's going to have the last laugh, you or me, at the end of the talk.
Brother, you hold this for a second, because I have some in my own Quran. So let's talk about the errors in the Quran.
Thank you, you can back me up.
Back me up! He was so happy to talk about them a minute ago, now he wants Mansour to jump into the conversation.
Why not? Why not? Why not? I'm very confident.
Weren't you confident a minute ago?
But if I'm ignoramus, as you call me at times, Mansour will help me.
So, right, let me ask you this question.
Please do.
Can Allah enter into his own creation?
Expand on what you mean by that.
Can Allah enter into his own creation?
I don't understand your question.
You can be as obtuse as you like. Does everyone else understand the question?
No.
Yeah.
What?
How is it you don't understand the question?
Do you understand the question?
What's hard?
I thought you're having a discussion on the Quranic manuscripts. That's what I was trying to listen. But that's not discussion. No, but you were saying Quranic manuscripts and Dan Brubaker. Yeah, you said that. Yeah. So
he's changed the topic to Quranic errors now.
If you're interested about the Quranic manuscripts and Dan Brubaker, we can have a discussion.
Not even talked about it. Not even talked about it.
Yeah,
we were talking about the biblical textual manuscripts, and he changed the
talk
topic.
about the Quranic errors.
So,
stick to this man.
Can Allah enter into the thing that he creates? I.e., can he leave the place where he exists? No.
I'm interested only in Quranic manuscripts discussion.
Suddenly he doesn't want to talk about it.
You are more
He said,
than I am.
I am so happy to talk about it. And at the very first question he's running away.
Was on the Quranic manuscripts.
Yeah, that's what we
But actually, the discussion is not happening on that.
No, it is
if
on
it
Quran.
is, then we can talk
Yes,
about
yes,
it.
we are.
On the manuscripts.
It is on Quran.
We're not talking about
He's not talking about it.
He understands the categories that you don't understand. That should be a sign to you that you genuinely are ignorant, because he understands the categories, I understand the categories, that's why he knows what we're talking about and you don't. I can talk to him about it, but you need to go away and realise that you don't know as much as you think you do.
I agree.
Thank you, well done. I'll shake your hand, sir. Humility is something to be applauded. Humility.
We're all students, we're all learning.
Oh, that's fine.
No one ever can claim to know everything.
Now that we've moved pride out of the way,
Yeah.
let's have a sincere conversation. Okay. Because I'm much more interested about sincere conversations rather than simply point scoring.
Who has pride? You call me an ignoramus. You are the proud person, not me.
Because you were speaking ignorantly, now you're speaking from humility. I've just applauded you. I've just applauded you. Okay? A man who is willing to change his temperament to be corrected should be applauded. What I am saying, when I ask the question, can Allah enter into his own creation? What I am asking is that according to Islam, Allah is totally other, and to enter into his own creation would compromise the idea of the Islamic God, the idea of Tawheed.
Correct.
Because the infinite can't become finite, and to enter into one's own creation, would compromise that.
Like is claimed by the Christians that God entered into Jesus Christ.
Yes, that is what you think we claim. Right. Yeah. So now, do you believe? Now that I've explained it, do you believe that Allah can enter into His own creation?
Not in the sense of the Christian belief.
Fine.
But Allah says in the Quran, I am closer to you than your jugular vein.
Yes. So in terms of His power.
Correct.
Right.
He's closer to us than our jugular vein.
Yes.
But He will not enter into His creation in the sense of the Christian belief.
Right. So He won't come in. Now, tell me this.
Yeah.
Is vision a created thing?
Yes.
Is vision a created thing?
Yes.
So let me just bring you to something that the Quran
Ocular
says.
vision.
Ocular vision.
Not brain vision.
Ocular vision is a created thing. So in Surah 75, 22 and 23, this is what the Quran says.
Show it to me, please.
I'm going to. Surah 75, ayah 22 and 23. Some faces that day will beam in brightness and beauty, looking towards their Lord.
Correct.
Vision is a created thing.
Yeah.
If you are looking towards your Lord,
Yeah.
then Allah has entered into his creation.
No. No, he hasn't.
How can they see him?
I'm looking toward you. You are not.
You are looking towards me.
So you are not entering into me.
You can see me
Yes, but you are not entering me
because your
image-
vision is created.
Your image.
Thank you.
Is reflected on my retina in my brain.
Can you see something that's not there?
Yes. Yes, you can. Because some people believe
Yeah.
that they're saying something which is not there.
Does it say they imagined Allah or that they were looking towards Allah?
I'm not talking about that verse. I'm talking about your question. You asked me
I'm
that-
talking about the verse. The verse comes from the question.
that. So ask it again then.
So the question, and I think we've demonstrated the illogical nature of Islamic belief about Tawheed.
That's not true. No.
No,
You are
we have.
demonstrating your ignorance now.
Right, well, correct me
You are
then.
talking. You are taking the whole
Correct
of
me.
Tawheed,
Correct
and
me.
you are now taking the whole of Tawheed,
Correct
and
me.
you're cutting it down.
Correct me.
Talking about the
Yeah.
hereafter. It's not about this world.
Absolutely.
There's a totally
Thank you
different
very much.
reality.
Is paradise created by Allah?
Yes.
Is vision created by
Yes.
Allah? So we're still talking about creation then?
Yes.
There we go.
But the verse
Doesn't
is
matter.
talking about
But-
the hereafter, not this world.
Whether Allah enters creation before or afterwards, he still enters creation.
And hereafter, there's a different reality. You cannot conceive
So
it.
Allah can enter
You're
creation.
comparing with this world.
No.
This
No.
is-
So Allah can
no,
enter
no,
creation
no,
after death.
No.
Right.
No. How
So
can
if
Allah
Allah,
enter creation, yeah? He cannot.
so this Muslim
He said-
says that
he
Allah
said
can
no.
enter
No,
creation,
he didn't say
and this
that.
Muslim says that he can't.
He didn't say that.
Let me
He
ask
said
you.
everything is created by Allah. I said
not-
yes.
I
Yes,
ask you
correct.
again.
You're answering
and
a
you
different
can
question.
you can support one another because clearly you need to tag team right now. You're in trouble.
You are in trouble.
So
You are in trouble.
So we agree.
Nobody's in trouble.
We
You are in
agree.
trouble.
Nobody's in
You're
trouble.
bringing
We
circles.
agree.
Nobody's in
Yeah,
trouble.
these two are in trouble. You
No,
can have
no.
them. You can have
Nobody's
them.
in trouble.
No, you
I'll
are
ask
in trouble
the three of
because
them.
you're going in
Please
circles.
say.
Allow
Nobody's
me to ask the question.
Yes, you can.
Please do. Ask the
Indeed, you
question.
can.
Okay, thank you.
You're taking those verses out of the context. You know that.
Let me finish.
That's in the context of hereafter, not in
Correct.
this world.
Let me deal with that.
Correct.
Let me
Come
deal with
on.
that.
Let him deal with it. Come on.
Thank you.
Let's see.
Okay.
Learn something.
So, we all agree that we are created.
Yes.
We all agree that paradise is created.
Yes.
We all agree that vision is created.
Yes.
it is.
We all agree that according to Islamic doctrine, Allah cannot enter creation.
Correct.
Cannot.
Cannot.
Does not. That cannot.
It does
Does
not
not.
befit His Majesty. Okay,
Correct.
that's nonsensical.
So it does not.
No, the
Correct.
question is nonsense.
Yes.
So it does
doesn't make
not.
any sense.
I'm
Does
happy
not.
to change it.
Does not.
I'm happy to change
It does
it.
not
to what
befit
then?
His Majesty.
Allah
That's
does
what
not
it is.
enter creation.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's take it.
Are we agreed?
Correct.
Are we
What's the
agreed?
next
Yes.
question?
Are we agreed? Allah
what's
does
the
not.
next question?
I'm going to try and tell you.
Come on, then.
You have to shout for a
Ready,
second.
listen.
The question doesn't apply.
Does he enter into his creation? Yes or no?
It doesn't befit
No.
His Majesty. It's not a yes/no question.
How many times do you want to answer? How many times do you want
It
to
sounds
It
like.
doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't befit His Majesty.
Is it? Thank you. He said
It
no.
doesn't make sense. The question is
He
nonsense.
says it's not possible. So I was right the first time.
The question
I was
is
right
a
the first
nonsensical question. That's
No, you
nonsense.
just confirmed the logic of the question. Anyway, so now we've established the framework. Let's think logically. It says in the Quran, some faces that day, so some faces is a created thing. That
Hereafter,
day
yeah.
is a created thing.
Yeah.
Will beam with brightness and beauty, they're created things.
Correct.
Looking, that's a created thing. Towards direction is a created thing. To their Lord.
Correct.
Yes,
So
that's a different
Allah has
reality,
entered His
not the same as this
creation.
world.
No, He
Yes.
hasn't.
They contradict their own book.
No.
Right.
No.
So reconcile the
vision-
contradiction.
As I explained to you earlier on.
I'm listening.
Number one, you cannot compare what happened in this world with what happened in the hereafter. The laws are different. Gravity exists here. Gravity may not exist in the hereafter. Okay? If you leave a stone here, it may fall to the ground. In space, it doesn't do that. In heaven, I have no idea what it does. No one has mentioned it. Because we don't know. It may do all three things. It may float, it may fall, it may do nothing. Okay? So, therefore, your question is therefore illogical. It has no basis in fact. It doesn't befit the majesty of the Lord. Your question. So ask us a question which befits the majesty of the Lord and we will attempt to try and answer it.
Okay, let me reply to his argument.
Okay.
So his argument was that at this point in creation, the laws are different from the next point in creation. That there's a division line between death.
Correct.
And what can't happen in this point of creation can happen in the next point of creation. Have I mischaracterized your argument?
No.
So I'm being fair to you.
Yeah.
However, if you listened earlier, he gave an absolute answer that Allah cannot enter his creation.
I withdraw that statement.
Thank you. Thank you. No, sir. When he was talking,
I withdrew the statement because it's illogical
let
to
me
ask
reply.
it. It does not befit his majesty.
Let me reply.
Okay.
Stop being rude.
Let him reply.
Let me reply. So now, he has withdrawn his statement.
Yes,
Because
he
it's
has.
illogical.
Let me reply, sir. Try to calm yourself. Now you're behaving like you were before.
Okay.
And you were doing so well.
Come on.
Now,
So now
the
suddenly
fact
you are
of the
Judge
matter
Judy
is-
and
Looks more
executioner.
calm.
Let him
You are
say
now
his
Judge
say.
Judy and
Notice the
executioner.
heckling. It's all the time. When you point out the errors of their book, they can't have a
are no
rational
errors,
dialogue.
no
They
errors, no
can't
errors.
have a
There
rational
are
dialogue.
50,000 recorded errors in the Bible.
Triggered.
There are 50,000
Triggered.
errors in the Bible.
Let me
Not a
deal with
single
his
one in the
argument.
Quran.
Yes. Let me deal with his argument. Because now my Muslim interlocutor has agreed that Allah can enter into
No,
his
he
No,
creation.
no.
There you
You
go.
are lying.
They
You
jump
are
from
lying.
one verse
You are
to
lying.
the next
You are
verse.
lying.
He
You are
has
lying.
to jump from
You
one
are
verse
lying.
to
No,
the
no,
next
no.
verse.
I said that the question
Try
does
again.
not-
Try again.
I said the question does not befit the majesty of Allah.
Right.
By the way, Allah is also an Arabic word that Christian Arabs use.
Don't
to call
change the
God.
subject.
I'm just reminding you
genuine.
that
Don't
Allah
change
is
the
not only
subject.
a Muslim.
Sir,
He's a big man.
you just said that Allah can't enter his creation, but then you agreed.
No,
He
no,
said to
no,
you, well, now he's
no,
going to
he
change again.
no.
His
I
statement.
withdrew my statement.
He
and I
said to you,
it
I
does-
would withdraw his
It does
statement.
not
So
befit-
can Allah enter his
That
creation?
question does not befit the majesty of Allah.
Let me rephrase the question to befit the majesty of Allah.
Yeah.
Would Allah enter into his creation?
And the
he
answer
won't.
is the same, that
What?
it does not befit His Majesty.
So is that a yes that he would or yes that he wouldn't?
The answer will not change irrespective of the way you ask it.
So is that a yes or a no?
It is the same answer.
different manner.
Whichever way you ask it, it does not befit the majesty
It sounds
of
to
Allah.
me like my Muslim interlocutor is being deliberately obtuse.
No, I'm not.
No, it's
You are tangential.
Indeed, it's not.
I may be obtuse,
Ask-
but you are tangential.
Please answer the question. However you want it phrased,
Yeah.
I simply want to know, in any possible universe, would Allah enter into his creation by compulsion or choice?
To answer you, according to what the Christian belief is, the answer is no.
No.
According to the Christian belief, I said.
Right. So let me tell you what we Christians believe.
What do you believe? Tell us, please.
And then we will see why he's contradicted by his own holy book.
No.
Come on. Let's hear his say now. Come on.
The position, it sounds to me like you're trying to defend, is that it does not befit the honor of
The
Allah,
majesty, I said.
the majesty of Allah, whatever word you want to use, to enter into his creation.
Correct.
Right, so I am not being unfair
About what?
about my question.
Which is what?
That we see in the Quran that faces are created things, days are created things, brightness and beauty are created things, vision is a created thing, direction is a created thing. And the Quran says this: some faces that day will beam in brightness and beauty, looking towards their Lord. Now let me ask you this question. If the Lord here is not referring to the person of Allah, who is it referring to?
What's the relevance of that question? You know the answer. Why are you asking me what you know already? Answer me. Ask me something which you don't know.
Sounds to me like he won't accept that he doesn't know the answer.
I know the answer.
What is?
And you know it too.
So what is it?
Perambulating on the outskirts of veracity and verbosity.
Absolutely
trying to tell us
right.
things
He's
which are absolutely
100%
rubbish
right.
and lies.
Great rhetoric.
Tangential, you
Now
are.
answer the question. Do you want to hear him answer my question?
Yeah.
So the question was, and maybe you can help him. Come on, Sir, come on, Mr. Muscles. Answer me this.
Why are you asking the same question in circles?
Because you haven't answered it, you've avoided
Come on,
it.
let's
I haven't answered. I haven't
Question,
answered.
work together, help one another.
You are making
The
your own words.
question
Answer 10 seconds.
is,
You will not change
is
that.
the word Lord
You are making
is
your
not
own
referring
words.
to Allah.
Making his own words.
Who is it referring to?
Asking the same question in 10 different ways will not change my answer.
Which is,
That it does not befit Your Majesty. Go to the next question, please.
did anyone hear an answer to my question?
Yes.
Who is being referred to when it says they were looking towards their Lord?
Allah. God.
There you go!
But that doesn't.
There you go! They were looking towards Allah. Now, is vision a created thing?
Yes.
Is direction a created thing?
Yes.
Is the day a created thing?
Yes.
Is paradise a created thing?
Yes.
Is their face a created
Yes.
thing? Is beauty a created thing?
Yes.
Then how can you say Allah has not entered into His
Because
creation?
you are not giving your answer. You are saying a thing which is not true.
So your Quran is false.
No, you
I
are
agree
false.
with you.
are false.
Your Quran is false.
You are false. You are false.
the Quran.
You are saying
Let me
things
tell you,
which are
This
not
is
in
my
the
book.
Quran.
No,
Don't touch it.
Yes,
So
the
what?
Quran
Not
will
your
say the
property.
Quran, and no one
You
will
are
change the
speaking
Quran.
lies.
Let me tell you,
You are going off
Allahu
opinion.
Akbar.
You are being obtuse.
Quran has already
the
been
Quran
changed.
will never change,
never
and
been
no
changed.
one
It's
will ever
already
change
been
the Quran.
changed.
Let me tell you, no
already
one
been
could
changed.
change it. People like you
It's
will change
already
the
been
Quran
changed.
with your words. Let me
It's
tell
already
you,
been
the
changed.
Quran
You're
will
going in
change
circles.
with
I
your
will take my
words,
leave. I
but that
cannot-
is not the Quran.
So-
That's
with you
your
because you're going to
Quran.
change
This-
Let me tell you one thing. Allahu Akbar.
This
And I can't-
supremacist-
I got no more time for you, and that's it.
No, they all run away.
Allahu Akbar. They all run away. Allahu Akbar.
Do you see, brothers and sisters? Their own book is full of contradictions. They attack the Bible here at the corner, week in and week out. But yet when we Christians point out the contradictions in their book, they can't handle it. You can't have it both ways. Either Allah can enter into His own creation, in which case you can see Him, or Allah cannot enter into His creation. And if He cannot, the Quran contradicts you.